when you're a front man for a band and you look at some guys like Mick Jagger's approach, like he dances. James Brown danced. I wouldn't call you a guy who dances. I'm fascinated with frontmen. Like, I always thought when you would be climbing up on rafters and risking your life and like doing crazy stuff, I said, Eddie does that because he doesn't dance and he's got to hold the audience's attention. So this was my theory on you.
You know, I love music. I loved live music, and I would work for free for some, you know, so I would hump gear during the day so I could get into the show. You know, I could see 5 shows a week, you know, because I didn't have to pay. I just show up at 4, hump some gear. During those times, you know, I'd be at the Metro in Chicago, or I'd be at you know, you'd be in one of those theaters that had kind of an ornate, you know, and the king and queen booths on either side and curtains and all that stuff. And while I'm waiting for the next, you know, waiting for the band, in between waiting and waiting, I used to look at that stuff and go like, man, it would be fun to climb that curtain and then jump into that red velvet king and queen booth. And then you could get to the middle and then you could hang off that light thing, do a little monkey bars, and then flip into the crowd right near where the soundboard is. Like, that was just came from me being bored in between shows, giving myself like a mental exercise. I don't know. I never thought I'd ever have the opportunity to do it. But when the opportunity came, I was like, I've been waiting for this for a long time.
When I would see you climbing and really like almost like a guy without a net, like in a circus or something, I'd say, wow, this is unfucking believable. And I was thinking, like, do you never worried about being paralyzed or like falling on your head and then it would all be over? I mean, I was like, this guy's got too good a life to be doing that, but you didn't see it that way.
Well, we were 24, 25. The music was like, you know, the music was powerful. And you know what? It was always, I don't think I ever did any of that, you know, kind of crazy Evel Knievel shenanigans, except for during one song, which was called Porch. And the whole thing about that song was celebrating, like, you know, this, we're alive for one time, you know, anything could happen at any moment. Like, you know, the ice cream truck could hit you tomorrow. You know, you have, you know, that was the whole idea of it. Let's all, you know, I think so much of our music or our songs is like, let's, you know, live in the moment, you know.
Right.
And so that was my version of, you know, that was my extracurricular expressing the meaning of the song. I mean, it's amazing that, you know, it really did work out pretty much every time.